Welcome back again. Saint Maurice of Thebes was a Christian military officer, traditionally identified as an Egyptian, who served in the Roman army during the late 3rd century CE. He is most closely associated with the Theban Legion, a Roman military unit said to have been composed largely of Christian soldiers from Thebes in Upper Egypt. Saint Maurice is venerated as a martyr in both Western and Eastern Christian traditions and became one of the most prominent Black saints in European religious history. According to early Christian sources, including the writings of Eucherius of Lyon in the 5th century, the Theban Legion was dispatched from Egypt to Gaul, which is modern-day France and Switzerland, during the reign of Emperor Maximian from around year 286 to 302. Saint Maurice served as the legion's commander, and while stationed near modern-day Saint Maurice, Switzerland, the legion was ordered to suppress a local Christian population and participate in sacrifices honoring traditional Roman gods. Maurice and his soldiers refused, citing their Christian faith. As punishment for this disobedience, the legion was subjected to decimation, a Roman military practice in which every 10th soldier was executed. Despite this, Maurice and the reigning soldiers continued to refuse imperial orders. According to the tradition, the emperor ordered repeated executions until the entire legion was killed. Saint Maurice was executed last, reinforcing his role as both military leader and spiritual example. This account would establish him as a symbol of the Christian resistance to imperial authority. Although modern historians debate the precise size of the Theban Legion and the literal accuracy of the mass execution, there is a broad scholarly agreement that the story reflects real tensions between the Christianity and Roman military during the late 3rd century. Saint Maurice's cult spread rapidly throughout Europe during the early Middle Ages. By the 6th century, he was widely venerated in Gaul, Germany, Italy, and Switzerland. The town of Saint Maurice in Switzerland became a major pilgrimage site, and the Abbey of Saint Maurice d'Agen remains one of the oldest continuously operated monasteries in Western Europe. Numerous churches, military orders, and knightly traditions adopted Maurice as a patron saint. From the High Middle Ages onward, Saint Maurice was frequently depicted in Europe art as a Black African soldier wearing Roman armor. These depictions appear in Germany, Swiss, and Italian religious arts, including statues, manuscripts, and altar pieces. This was not always the case in all European countries, as some European countries did not accept people of African descent as being so holy and having such a great accomplishment, so therefore many of his paintings were whitewashed and painted white so the population would agree with who he was, and over years there was a forgottenness of his actual origins, and then eventually, not everywhere, was changed back. Notably, the Magdeburg Cathedral in Germany contains a sculpture from the 1200s of Saint Maurice that portrays him as someone from Africa, making it one of the earliest realistic representations of Black individuals in European sculpture in modern times. These portrayals reflect the explicit recognition of his African identity rather than a symbolic coloration. Saint Maurice also became a patron saint of soldiers, infantrymen, and armies. Several medieval European rulers, including Holy Roman emperors, associated themselves with his legacy to emphasize loyalty, discipline, and moral authority. The Order of Saint Maurice, founded in the 1400s, further institutionalized his military symbolism within the Christian European Empire. Please like, subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you get all my videos. Add me on all social medias. And until next time, peace. One love.
So catch me if I fall.